I've been predicting that lumber prices will fall for a few months now. So let's talk about how things are going. Now, I've been predicting for a few months now that lumber prices will be falling for two main reasons. The first reason is inflation. Now, inflation makes everything more expensive, which means that there's just less money to go around, less money to spend on those projects that are just not absolutely necessary. Inflation has been growing for months now, and the most recent figures from the government show that we're currently at 9.1%. That is the highest rate of inflation in 40 years, ever since inflation went almost to 15% back in the 80s. The second reason why lumber prices are going to be falling, in my opinion, is due to rising interest rates. The Federal Reserve has recently raised the Fed funds rate by 0.75 percentage point, and they're now saying that they're going to do it again here very soon, all in an effort to combat inflation. When the Fed raises rates, it makes homes more expensive. In fact, the 30-year mortgage rates are almost at 7% and they're headed up. This makes it much more expensive to buy a home, and it reduces demand for new homes and in turn the demand for lumber that would be used to build those homes. And that leads to lower lumber prices. So how is inflation and higher interest rates affecting lumber prices? Well, I live here in Texas and I've seen lower prices already. The price of a 2x4 where I'm at has gone down from this all the way to this. Leave a comment and let me know if you're seeing similar changes where you are. If you're not seeing lower prices yet, I think that you will soon. So let's talk about why that is and what's going to come next. The best gauge for lumber prices is the lumber's future market. Now, lumber futures are commodity contracts that are traded on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Here's a graph of lumber futures prices for this year. You can see that the price peaked in January and close to that again in February and March. But starting in late March, prices began to fall and they got all the way down to a low of $528 in mid-June. Since then, though, lumber prices went up, but have since dropped back down, and the price this past Friday was $527 per 1,000 board feet. That is the lowest price all year and is over a 60% decrease from the high. So what's going to happen next? I think that retail lumber prices still have a bit more to fall, especially as more negative news comes out about the economy. Things like continued high inflation, increasing interest rates, increasing housing inventory, fewer new homes being constructed. If all of that bad news continues, lumber prices will continue to fall. And then we can all start on those projects that we've been holding off on for the past few years. That is, if we can afford to eat. So what do you guys think? Do you think that prices still have more to fall, or are they going to stay steady for a while? Leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. For me, I think that we're still going to see some fluctuation in the lumber futures market. I think it's going to stay pretty close to where it is, but I do think there is more room to fall for retail lumber prices, the price that we pay at Lowe's and Home Depot and other distributors. But no one really knows. We can look at the indicators, we can look at what we see happening in the market, we can look at the housing market, we can look at lumber companies. There's a lot of information out there, but only time will really tell what's going to happen. One thing's for sure though, I'll be here to keep you guys informed as what's going on. So thanks again for watching. Check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.